Thank you so much for coming to today's class. Goodness me. What is going on with Facebook? Thank you for coming to Wednesday self care class. Today is dedicated to people who are managing anxiety. Anxiety is not the thoughts that you think, but it is actually the environment or the condition of the nervous system, specifically the parasympathetic nervous system. So there are a bunch of new methods out there now that are dealing with ways to stimulate the central vagus nerve, ways to stimulate parasympathetic nervous system so that the feelings of anxiety, the symptoms of panic attacks, um, the release of cortisol, adrenaline, these things that happen in the body when you think that you are in danger. Well, let's not say think because it really isn't about what you're thinking. It's really about the condition of the body that you're living in. Okay, so it's not about changing the thoughts, just to be super clear, right? So it's not like, oh, I'm not thinking the right thoughts. Bad things happen. Can we just agree on that? People do absolutely horrible things to each other. It seems to be part of being here on earth. And then learning to forgive and learning to repair, learning how to create boundaries for our own self esteem. So let's start with some breathing. Anytime that you lengthen the exhale, you are engaging this parasympathetic nervous system. So it really is about the length of the exhale. So let's just do a sigh, a very shallow sigh. Your hands can be up here because that's kind of, people just breathe a little bit in. Okay, so that's like that's a very shallow breath. It doesn't actually clear anything, but might give you a pause, right? Okay. Now bring the hand down um, at the solar plexus. And then let's just do, why don't we start with a cough, and then that can help us get into the snarl. Okay. So just clear your throat and feel the diaphragm or the core muscles engage. Okay. This can even be done in conversation. So it's like, well, you want to know what I think about politics? You want to know what I think about this president or the former president or any of the senators or what? And you're like, yeah, I must have something caught in my throat. Pardon me. And if they continue talking about politics, continue to have something caught in your throat. Sorry, I didn't hear you there. Right? You're clearing the energy of engagement. Does this make sense? You're clearing the energy of engagement. Just because someone else is flipped out about God knows what, it doesn't mean that it's your responsibility to fix it or to take it on. So this is where the breath starts to come in. All right? So we need to know how to engage the breath properly before then we can do the longer breath, which engages parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? For those of you just tuning in, this is a self-care class dedicated to anxiety. So hand on the solar plexus, and then let's try the snarl. Okay, so you can always clear your throat. You can always, but if you want to go a little further, this is going to be a longer breath that pushes a little bit. It uses the core muscles. You're doing what dogs do. You're doing what animals already know how to do. You show your teeth and then you growl a little bit. right? But this lengthens the breath, also engages the diaphragm. Okay, I call these casual forms of breathing. I taught children for a while, and I just think life is fun. So we do different ways of engaging the diaphragm instead of the normal ujjayi breath, kapalabhati breath, segmented breath. Um, we just do it a little differently. Ujjayi is the same, right? You're making the ocean sound. You're using your core muscles to uh, to breathe, and you're doing that as well on the inhale. You're closing the throat just a little bit, and this is in order to engage, lengthen the breath. Okay, so just let's start at the beginning again. Just a little bit of snarling. If you talk about politics one more time, I'm going to bite you. And just to be clear, this is not a breath to control others. This is a breath to release engagement. You're doing this to release the need to engage. You're clearing your own field. Okay? So that's how the diaphragm engages. If you know how to do a Ujjayi breath, you can do that. All right? So this card is card number 19. It's a variation called Make the Sound of the Wind. I do this with cancer patients, other people who are maybe not as familiar with yogic practices. But certainly, if you know how to do Ujjayi breathing, which is making that ocean sound in the back of the throat, both on the inhale and on the exhale, um, please do that. And if you don't know how to do the Ujjayi, you can start just on the exhale. So everybody inhale through the nose. And using a sh sound or a s sound, a hissing sound, then let's do it just on the exhale for now. Inhale through the nose. One more. And inhale through the nose. Hold the breath briefly and exhale. All right, so you don't go from a panic attack or being upset, feeling aggressive. You don't go from that into peace. There are stages all along the way. And so you can begin by clearing your throat, growling, snarling, and then moving in. Once the diaphragm is engaged, then go ahead and start to lengthen the breath. Let's rub the palms together. So again, when we're doing a self-care class dedicated to anxiety, which is not about thinking the wrong thoughts. Okay, this is probably a combination of toxicities in the body and a parasympathetic nervous system that needs a little bit more support. Okay, you can do the backs of the hands. Just feel something happening in between your hands. This is you making energy. Now, this kind of energy is calibrated at just the right frequency for you. So it's not a cell phone. It's not calibrated up at like 1200 megahertz. It's calibrated at 70 hertz. The electrical voltage of all biological organisms. Okay. And bring that energy over the eyes. Open the eyes into the hands. Look deeply towards the horizon and allow yourself to receive something beautiful, the ocean breeze, the sun, sunlight sparkling on the pine trees. And close the eyes down. Let's just do that one more time. So we're going to go through the growl, the engagement of the diaphragm, and then the lengthening of the breath one more time. And as you bring your hands up to your eyes and open your eyes, notice the length of your exhale. Has it lengthened at all? All right, the length of your breath determines whether or not the parasympathetic nervous system is engaged. Open the eyes into the hands. Keep the breathing passage open. Chin is heavy. Just receive something beautiful from nature, the sunlight sparkling on the water. A fresh ocean breeze. And relax the hands down. Hand on the solar plexus. And I'll just try that again. Sometimes when you repeat something, then the body gets better at doing it. All right, so we are engaging the diaphragm. And so you'll feel underneath your hand, your core muscles start to engage. And what does this do? This clears energy that doesn't match you from your system. It is a way of not engaging in things that don't match you. Okay, so if you've been in my class before, then you know that we create a circle around the body. So just do that briefly. Close your eyes. Using your imagination, take a stick and draw in the sand a circle 5 or 6 feet around the body in all directions. Okay, so as you snarl, you're going to be claiming that space, right? So snarl and like push all the way out 6 feet in all directions above and below. Excuse me, you're in my thought space. Excuse me, I'm not engaging that. Okay.
I love doing that. All right, so try one more snarl and see if you can push in the back. Push out the back. Claim the area behind you. Okay, good. If we were going even further with this, then we would go into giggling, we would go into laughter, sobbing. So, gradations of um, learning how to use the breath. So for now, we're going to just go straight into lengthening the breath. We're going to do making the sound of the wind. So you can do ujjayi breathing, which is just making the sound of the ocean by constricting the back of the throat. Or you can make a sh sound. If you can't make sh, then you can make a s sound. All right, here we go. Making the breath as long as you can. When you've finished, inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose or mouth. Let's do card number 1, massaging the scalp. I've been learning about the lymphatic neural connections, so the ways that toxicities from the brain are taken out through the lymph system. So let's go ahead and massage and move the scalp over the skull bone. So there's a blood-brain barrier in most areas of the brain. However, in the areas of pituitary, pineal, and hypothalamus, there are some spaces where larger molecules can come in and also can release. All right, so move the cerebrospinal fluid by moving the scalp over the skull bone. Digging the fingers in, or if you have long nails, then using the knuckles, or grabbing tufts of hair and just pulling the hair back and forth. Okay, let's see if we can release a little bit through the yawn. Okay. Card number 19, different ways to exhale in order to release toxicities from the system. So bring the arms up to engage the lung meridian. And then just see if you can get a yawn. So, again, if you're dealing with anxiety, it is not necessarily the thoughts that you are thinking. There are thoughts, there are always thoughts. But it is a matter of releasing the toxicities, both emotional and physical, and then engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. I feel tired. All right. So we have, in dealing with release, then we have yawning, teeth chattering, and shaking or shuddering. All right. So let's just move through those. These are not necessarily in the cards, but they are part of most anxiety counseling. So if they happen naturally, then you're just like, yes, you kind of go with it. So just like the teeth chattering. Okay, using the breath to let that go out. So inhale through the nose and blow it out. One more time. Anything that was terrorizing, any memory, any trigger, and blow that out. Give yourself permission to release that from your daily experience. Or the other one is the shudder. So I like to move my hand like an S, right? I like to go like that. You don't have to. But that's like what you're doing with your spine. You're making this S shape. So if you want to do the S with your hand and it helps you, go ahead. Otherwise, you can hold on to your knees and just go. So just shudder and then let it go. Inhale through the nose. Holding briefly. Exhaling. Giving yourself permission to release that from your daily experience. Card number 2. We're not going to tap the face. We're just going to stimulate the face by digging the fingers or the knuckles in. Okay. So as I've been learning, this area right above the eyes is one place where the lymph system and the brain have connection. So just above the eyebrows, over to the temples, just moving the skin, pressing in on the bone. Good, then moving the cheeks, a flat part of the finger. So toxicities in the brain, they drain into the olfactory area, the optical nerve, some places in the face, and then primarily down the back of the neck. Go ahead and press on the upper lip, so the molars, the gum line all the way out to the molars, incisors to molars. Once again, incisors moving along the gum line, just pressing in. When you get to the jaw hinge, give that a little love. Ugh. Ah. All right, anxiety, teeth clenching. Come on. Let's get rid of that. Inhale. Exhale. Give yourself permission to live without the anxiety. Okay, that release should be a bad breath. That should just be like, ugh, ugh. Maybe it doesn't smell good, right? Just get rid of the cortisol. Let's do the lower incisors out to the molars along the lower jaw. Ugh. Jeez. And one more time. Oh, Lord. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Blow it out. Let's just tap for a minute. It's card number 6 if you're following along at home. Where is your card number 6? Tap the thymus. Thymus is a fatty tissue, part of the lymphatic system. It is it's right underneath the breastplate, so below the collarbones, but above the heart, above the sternum, right? So it's on the breastplate. You can thump with your fist or thump with your fingers. I am a different person now. I am a different person now. I'm a different person now. I am a different person now. I'm a different person now. Shiver, shake. Inhale. Blow that stuff out. So as you blow out, you are releasing from the cells. Each cell has a base cell membrane, which is porous, which is see-through, there is stuff coming into the cell through the base cell membrane and stuff going out. I want you to release the toxicities. I want you to release the neurochemicals which might be stored in the cells as a result of chronic anxiety. Inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale. That might be so hard for some of you. That might just be like, oh, like that might be really hard to do. Start with wherever you are. All right. Let's do the tapping one more time. So our mantra, our affirmation is, I am a different person now. Anxiety may be drummed up by saying that, okay? And that's why we inhale and then blow it out. So as we tap, just understand that you're not convincing yourself that you're a different person now. You are trying to pull out the toxicities from the cells, which have lodged themselves in there as a result of various messages which have been sent through neurotransmitters. Okay, you might have things lodged in the cells which are no longer beneficial to your happy functioning. Okay, here we go. I am a different person now. I'm a different person now. I am a different person now. I'm a different person I, I am a different person now. Now I am a different person now. Relax the hand down. Inhale. And all right. One more quick round of snarling. All right. So it might just this is using the exhale. So it's a long exhale that's using the diaphragm, and you're just like, go away. And again, push out on your personal space, which is 5 to 6 feet around you in all directions, sides, front, back, above, below. Create space for you. Create a safe container for you. I can't stop doing it. Okay. If you were going to take this to its extreme, it might be vomiting. Like it's the junk that's in your system might need to detox so much that you're feeling it that way. You're just like, right? So we're detoxing the cells as best we can because certain neurochemicals have been sent into the cells, into the organs, that there's some danger apparent. One more time on our tapping. I am a different person now. I'm a different person now. I am a different person now. I'm a different person now. I am a different person now. I'm a different person. Nice. And inhale. And exhale. Releasing toxicity, anxiety, hormones from the cells. We're going to work on the neck a little bit. This one is card number 3, I think. Need the neck. Palm is flat on the side of the neck, underneath any hair if you can. Fingertips then come around the other side. You can wave hello, hello. Okay. Tucking the chin down. You feel a nice big slab of neck, nothing much happening there, but as you begin to slowly raise the chin up, you'll feel the muscles of the neck soften. And that's when you will squeeze the inside of the fingers towards the heel of the hand, making a cup out of the hand, leaning back on it, pulling the heart up to the sky. Become as tall as you can. And when you're ready, bringing the heart forward until it's comfortable to go ahead and release the hand. And then just feel how the neck widens, half a mile wide. Yes, thank you. Notice the quality of your breath. Are you more willing to receive
beautiful things, beautiful outcomes, beautiful experiences, are you more willing to receive help? As the anxiety sets in, and we see a lot of it now in our society, let's do the other side. Palm flat on the side of the neck, fingertips coming around the other side. Hello. As we see more and more anxiety come into our society, people lose their sense of trust. They lose the trust in themselves that they can count on their body, and they lose trust in other people, that other people are not going to be weird, aggressive, insane, convincing, um, erratic. So we could all use a little bit of clearing on the anxiety side. Chin is heavy and just feel that slab of neck. Okay, so don't dig in too much with your fingertips. We don't want to damage any of the lymph nodes. Just press, make a cup out of the hand and just press with the insides of the fingers and the heel of the hand. As you bring the chin up towards the sky, neck muscles soften. You have this beautiful neck brace for yourself. Pull the heart up to the sky. You can put your hand back behind you or on the chair if you want. Oh. Laying back into the universe, trusting the universe, not trying to control, not trying to manipulate or make something happen, just simply laying back on the Mother Earth. Pull the heart up towards heaven. In yoga, we do Matsayasana, the fish pose. One more breath. And when it feels comfortable, bring the heart center forward until it feels comfortable to release the hand. I love this sensation of the neck 5 miles wide. Notice the quality of the breath. Are you more willing to trust? Are you more willing to receive? Beautiful outcomes. Beautiful people. Nice, light, long, deep inhale. Nice, long exhale. So the central vagus nerve, which is connected to parasympathetic engagement, goes down the sides of the neck. It's in there, right? So it's inside the neck. So what I would like you to do, what I would like you to do is to move your vocal cords, card number 7. You'll take a couple of fingers or the sides of the fingers or your fists, whatever you got. And you're going to take that package of the vocal cords, the thyroid, and the 4 parathyroids, which is then connecting into the vagus nerve. Move your chin a little bit. There may be a little like crunchy stuff, right? Shouldn't hurt though. Don't do it if it hurts. And just move the vocal cords side to side. Move the chin around. Just explore.
Good. And then using the whole sides of the fingers, just like the whole panel of it, go along the sides of the neck and just move, press in on the lymph glands on the side of the neck and moving the vocal cords. So just like a bigger mass, do one side at a time, move the chin. Central vagus nerve. Vagus means wandering. It wanders around the body, wanders through the brain, through the neck, goes into various organs. And inhale, palms down. And exhale. All right. The tongue connects into the central vagus nerve as well. The root of the tongue, can you see there? Yeah. Is right down here underneath the collarbones. The tongue starts right here. Okay, so as you pull it all the way out, then the muscle that moves all the way up the neck um, connects and stimulates the central vagus nerve. Now, they've done some experimentation in order to help people with anxiety. They can implant, this sounds crazy to me, but anyway, they can implant a small battery and basically just like tie it onto the central vagus nerve, and then it will stimulate electricity so that the central vagus nerve is then stimulated and your parasympathetic nervous system can be activated and you can be a little less anxious. I don't really think we need batteries implanted inside us. I think that we're perfectly capable of stimulating it ourselves through these simple exercises. So let's try both ways. So we'll do the Simhasana, which is the yogic way, and then we'll just kind of do the regular normal population way. So if you're doing it the yoga way, they say that you try and make yourself look like a lion. So get some claws, make your eyes really wide. You might even go cross-eyed or like make a crazy face, right? But all of that is part of the drama, right? Because the eyes are also connected. Um, you're just drawing the tip of the tongue to the chin, the bottom of the chin. So you just pull the tongue out as far as you can. Let's try that a couple of times. Inhale. Eyes wide, claws, and then just pull the tongue out of the mouth. Close the mouth. Inhale. Let's do one to the right. Close the mouth. Inhale. And we'll do one to the left. And exhale. So there should be a little stimulation there now in the throat, maybe in the submandibular or salivary glands also. Like that's all connected, right? Salivary glands underneath, lymph glands underneath the jaw. There is also in the Ayurvedic system, you would pull the tongue. You can do that. But we'll just do the regular way now. So you're going to take the tongue inside the lips, but outside the teeth, just like you're trying to get something that had been caught maybe up in the gum area. You're going to take the tip of the tongue and you're going to go all the way around. Make as big a circle as you can with the tip of the tongue. And then we'll move into deep relaxation. Stimulating the central vagus nerve.
Let the tongue rest in the mouth. And the directions the scriptures say, nurse on the tongue. So swallow this saliva as mother's milk. Nursing on the tongue. Stimulating the central vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system through pulling the tongue. Let's just do 60 seconds the other way. Moving the tongue, tip of the tongue along the gum line all the way to the back of the molars, making as wide a circle with the tip of the tongue as you can. Relax the tongue in the mouth. Allow the saliva to collect. Nurse on the tongue. And swallow this saliva as mother's milk. Sitting quietly. Filling your space. 6 feet around you, above and below. Filling it with your energy. Your version of the divine. from wherever you are. If you're lying down, you can place your hands, one hand or both hands on the chest. Or if you're sitting, you can place one hand or both hands on the chest. And we'll just do some humming so you can feel your vibration pulsing through your bones, muscles, skin, blood, lymph. And relax the hands down, feeling the vibration where your hands were. Lips are touching, teeth are not touching, a free flow of energy through the head, the neck, and the body. As you are ready, you can blink the eyes open and look at nothing in particular, and then immediately close the eyes. And again, blinking the eyes open, but not focusing on anything. There's a world out there, yes, it's true. Close the eyes and go back in to the inner world. And when you're ready, blinking the eyes a few times to come all the way back. Thank you so much for joining this self-care class dedicated to anxiety. We will be doing self-care classes based on themes. I know Yvonne said, oh, we'll do a self-care class for fertility. And I was like, Yvonne, what do you think? Like, I'm a magician. I can't do that.
So maybe we can't get to every condition, but we certainly can apply these teachings to many conditions that we experience in uh, our human, what do you call it, incarnation or occupation of the body. So go out there, have a beautiful day, rest, long breaths, close your eyes when you need to, do some humming, do some things that are soothing. Anything, basically, out of the blue card section. All right. Thank you guys so much. Namaste.